for women who are curious about our super womb tea. They're curious about doing a womb cleanse. They've never done one before. They've heard about it maybe through social media. Maybe they saw my videos, and they're curious about it. And this also live stream is for women who already are doing the work. They're womb cleansing, perhaps they're doing other teas too. And we just want to help them and guide them to make sure that they have the best experience. That's really what it's all about. Educational, guidance, and walk you through the process. So I'm going to start with questions I always get. There's always frequently asked questions. And one of them is, how long should I be womb cleansing for? Well, first, I don't know your situation. A lot of the times women will ask me this question. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know the details. But what I can say is consistency is key. Drink super womb tea until you achieve what you want to achieve. So if you have cysts, fibroids, polyps, PCOS, infertility, no one's giving you questions, no one's answering you to your concerns. Drink it until everything's regular, you feel better, and if you've released anything, fantastic. But usually it's until everything's regulated. So you want to stay consistent. You want to drink it warm. That's the best thing. That's another question I get. Should I drink it warm or cold? Warm is better. You can drink it cold, but warm is better. Warm, it'll warm up your womb, helping release anything that doesn't belong. I've had a woman once tell me that she drank the tea and she drank it warm, and that she felt the coldness escape from her body. And that's really what it is. When we trap a lot of coldness in our body, we're more prone to getting sick, and especially with our womb. In certain cultures, like mine, I'm Mexican American, walking barefooted is a big no-no. I don't know if you ever grew up in a Mexican household. They'll tell you, no, you got to put on your socks. You got to wear your socks. You can't walk barefooted. That's because cold air traps into your body, especially your womb. And, certain things can happen, like infertility. So that's why keeping your body warm is super important. So when you're wearing your blouses and you live in a state that's super cold or can get breezy and cold, wear an undershirt. So trap heat as much as you can. That's why in Asian cultures, they have a lot of stews and soups and noodles to keep their body warm, so it's less prone to getting sick. In other cultures, even having the fan on, it's a bad idea, because for the woman, sitting on a cold floor is a bad idea. Having drinks with ice is not part of their culture because of the coldness. So drinking the tea warm is a big bonus. Yes, you can have it cold, but just know that your results are not going to be as quick, which is important. Especially if you want to see quick results, you have to pair the tea with a healthy diet. Again, many of the situations, I don't know the full details of what you're going through, and this is why we do Q&As like this. This is why we go live. This is why we have consultations, because we want to know the details. The details are important. If someone's selling you a tea or a natural remedy without asking you questions, that's alarming, because not all of us don't have the same situation. All of us don't have the same lifestyle. Things can get complicated really quick. Even though you're using natural methods to get healthy, it's not a shoe fits all. It really isn't. So you want someone to ask you questions to make sure that they're properly guiding you. And then natural medicine is still medicine. So the dosages can change. And so that's why it's really important to answer the questions, to have someone ask you questions, so you both can be on the same page and you have a built relationship too. When you're doing you're trying to heal naturally, you want to be able to go to someone that can help you and guide you through the process. And that's really what we do. That's why we have lives like this. And that's why we have consultations. We've been able to help so many women through consultations, just guide them. Because a lot of women don't know where to get started. Herbalism is new to them. Yeah, maybe it's part of the culture, but they don't know too much about it. It's a younger generation. So that's why we do things like this. But yes, we're answering just questions that I frequently get. You can watch the replay that I already answered two of them. And the other one is making sure that if you want fast results, because I want fast results for all of you, a lot of you need to have an anti-inflammatory diet. So anti-inflammatory diet, if you don't know what that is, look it up on Google, and Google will tell you, yes, this is what you should be eating. This is what it's considered an anti-inflammatory diet. And making sure that you stay and stick with it until you heal. Really, really important to do this diet until you heal. You drink the teas, whatever teas we mentioned that would be good for you. Do all of that until you restore balance. And then slowly start to introduce those things back into your lifestyle. But remember, what got you sick will get you sick again. So what got you sick and how you ended up here, those changes are necessary. You need to make necessary lifestyle changes, dietary changes in order to stay healthy. Because for many, even after having surgery, like for cysts, fibroids, and polyps, even after having surgery, they come back. And many women get super embarrassed. Many women say, oh my God, I spend so much money. I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I spent so much money, and they came back. And they feel like, oh, it's my fault. And it's not your fault. You just don't know. You spend all this money, and a lot of it'll be over $9,000. It probably has increased. $9,000 was a price I was given in 2024. It's probably up to $13K just to have a scrape and remove cysts, fibroids, or polyps from your womb. And so if you have cysts, fibroids, or polyps, and if you have a surgery done, just know that sometimes they do come back. So having a tea like super womb tea supplement your lifestyles, help you or add to your healing process, it is a wonderful idea to do it. Do it to protect yourself. Do it as maintenance so they don't come back. And remember, reduce your stress, making sure that you're making healthy decisions to stay healthy. And all of that is going to work together. So don't just leave surgery and be like, okay, I'm done. Continue eating the same things that you've been eating. Continue the same lifestyle that you've had that got you there. Not a good idea, because the likelihood of them coming back will happen. So that's another frequently asked questions that I get. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to try to do these ever so often here on YouTube. I get a ton of DMs with the same questions. And it's hard to communicate with all of you because this is a sensitive topic on social media. There's so many women healing naturally that social media doesn't want to tell you that it does work, because the medical industry makes a lot of money off of us, off of a lot of women being sick. And so how can something natural work and women are seeing results and no one's profiting from it? And so it hurts the industry. So that's why it doesn't benefit them, and that's why you don't hear it on social media. And you're going to start hearing less and less about it too, at a point where we were all on TikTok, Instagram, sharing all of this with all of you. Now, a lot of that has restrictions. So you're going to hear less and less about doing a live stream here on YouTube about last week about a woman's experience with PCOS and how she's restoring balance. My live stream got completely shut down. I actually just posted the videos today, part 1 and part 2 of the live stream that was shut down. So yeah, it's concerning because not many of you are going to hear it. I hardly have anyone on here because my channel, I'm sure, is being shadow banned by now because of that live stream. So you're not going to hear a whole lot about natural remedies and how you can help your body, yourself, restore balance. So just know that we try to help you as much as possible. We want to guide you. We want to make sure that you know what needs to be done, and that you have the best experience possible. Because natural medicine does work. You just have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. And if you have someone on your side coaching you and mentoring you through the process, it's way better. I had a woman recently who bought 2 teas. She bought the liver detox and she bought super womb tea. And she was just like, um, she's like, oh, I'm drinking both teas. She has a large cyst. She has a lot of inflammation and she's trying to get pregnant. And so, of course, she didn't do a consultation. She just bought the teas, and I told her, no, you have to prepare your body. Don't think you just got those 2 teas and wham, you're gonna get pregnant. We have to clear up what you have first. So, ladies, if you're trying to boost up fertility, if you're trying to help your body get pregnant or be more fertile, you have to clear up what you have first in your womb. So, if your doctor has found, through an ultrasound, cysts, fibroids, or polyps, that needs to be cleared up before you can try to have a baby. Think about having or creating a healthy environment for a baby. That's not a healthy environment. And so you need to create a healthy environment first. The next thing is, once you clear up, then you need another set of herbs in order to help you boost up fertility. So first things first, right? When you have a large cyst and you're infertile, what you want to do first is start with an anti-inflammatory diet. Do the super womb tea, drink it until it all clears up. And you also want soursop leaves. Soursop leaves is a gentle way of cleansing your bloodstream and cleansing your entire body. Super, super important to do that first. You want to support your body as much as possible with the herbs, with your diet, to clear up what you have. Then once everything clears up and your doctor has confirmed, yes, you have no more cysts, everything looks good, then you want to continue drinking super womb tea, and then you want to drink the liver detox tea. And that'll help you boost up fertility. But she was kind of all over the place and she didn't know what to do. So I told her, you need to do this first. So make sure, ladies, please, please, please. Yes, we help a lot of women get pregnant. That's my ultimate goal, getting as many women pregnant. But we have to clear up what you have first. We have to clear up what you have first and then try for baby. Don't go straight into trying to have a baby when you don't have a healthy environment in your body. It's not a good idea for you. It's not a good idea for baby. It becomes very dangerous. And yes, you can probably lose the baby. And that's what we're trying to prevent. You don't want to go through that experience. I work with so many women who have multiple losses. And it really takes a toll on you. So we want you to have the best experience possible. I'm going to give myself a couple more minutes. If you have any questions, please let me know. I just started answering the most frequently asked questions. If you're curious, I'll post a live stream so you can see it. But those are my frequently asked questions. I think so far we did 4. But yes, make sure that you're clearing up what you have. I help a lot of women with fertility, and so I'm pretty sure why so many of you are following this channel. But we also help women who have cysts, fibroids, polyps, PCOS, infertility, irregular menstrual cycles, have a lot of inflammation in their womb, even endometriosis and adenomyosis. So we help a lot of women with womb issues. Thankfully, we've been able to help so many women. So it really is a blessing to be able to help so many women with their womb issues or womb challenges, really. And it's just a matter of getting them into a healthy routine. And like I mentioned earlier, so many of you need to start with an anti-inflammatory diet. Have it be a clean diet. That way you can get rid of waste. The better you can get rid of waste, the better that you can help your digestive system and help your body as much as possible. That leaves a clean palette. It's almost like a white canvas. If you're getting ready to paint or draw, that leaves a white canvas to then have the herbs do their magic. And that's what you want. Instead of having all this junk and crap in your body, and you're still consuming this junk and crap, and not changing any of your diet and drinking the teas, there's only so much that the teas can do. So if you start with an anti-inflammatory diet, you're clearing everything up, you're cleansing, you're creating the white canvas, and so then when you start to consume the herbs and the teas that we recommend you, you can then your body can absorb all those vitamins and minerals and help your body as much as possible release what you have. Yes, we have a lot of women that release cysts, fibroids, and polyps. If you want to take a look at the pictures that we get from them, go to my playlist. There's a playlist called Testimonials, and there we share a lot of pictures. We share the story of the person behind the photo. And so I'm very appreciative of all the women who share photos with us. We post them and we share them with you because then you get an idea of what to expect when you are drinking our teas. And then I say what teas they were drinking too. So that'll give you a really good idea. So we have testimonials, we have pictures, we share a lot of stories. So definitely follow us here. We have a ton of videos with a lot of information, a lot of education for women. So you can follow us here, set a reminder whenever I post a video, you can get it. Whenever we go live, you can get a reminder because we are going to be doing these a little bit more often here. You can get a reminder that we're live. So yes, follow us on YouTube. It seems to be the channel right now, or the space where we can speak a little bit more, even though it's highly censored too. But it's really bad over at TikTok, and it's really bad over at Instagram. So at least here, there is somewhat of a little corner where we can speak a little bit more openly about the natural remedies and how we can help women, because we are helping a lot of women restore balance. I recently had a woman who has PCOS, and she was being gaslit by her doctors, and they just kept saying, maybe it's this, maybe it's this, maybe you, and you ladies, you've heard this. You got, maybe it's the weight, maybe you got to lose weight, maybe you have a fatty liver, maybe you know, something's going on with your liver. But it was never about what she can do to help her cycle come down, because she was really struggling with having a regular menstrual cycle. And so she finally did RT, and within 18 days, she got her menstrual cycle. She's like, Nancy, I cannot believe that in 18 days, she lost weight. She is getting her skin. She had a lot of acne and facial hair, and so that's getting better. And then she got her menstrual cycle, and now she's releasing so much from her womb. She's releasing a lot of tissue, a lot of liquid, a lot of just like tissue and liquid, and a lot of blood that she's releasing from her womb that her womb was retaining, causing blockages. And so she feels so much better. She shared pictures with me. I also post them here, so you get a chance to see what she was going through and what she's actually releasing from her womb. So we're getting all these amazing stories of women who knew something was wrong, it felt like something was wrong, but nobody was listening. And that's a very common thing. So many women say, I went to my doctor, I went to go get a second opinion, I went for a third opinion, and no one's giving me answers, and no one can find anything. Women who pay cash. I'm Mexican American, so in my community, it's you eat or you have health insurance. Of course, people are going to choose to eat, right, feed their families, and they waive the health insurance. And so when they get sick, and they know this, they have to, it's out of pocket. So many women are like, something was going on with my womb. I had so much pain, discomfort. Even during intercourse, I had so much discomfort. I went for an ultrasound. I paid $800 for an ultrasound to find nothing. While the doctor's saying, see, nothing, nada, no hay nada. Yeah, no hay nada. Why? Because they can't detect this stuff. Not everything is detected through an ultrasound. And so, yes, these women are paying $800 for what? Just to hear another thing and say there's nothing. This is in your head, when they know that it's not. And so she drank super womb tea. And she was releasing so much from her womb herself. She's like, supposedly they couldn't find anything through an ultrasound that she paid $800 for, and she was releasing so much. It's unbelievable. I also shared pictures on here, and I shared her testimonial. She's like, thank goodness. She's like, Nancy, it only cost me $45. Well, I paid $800 for an ultrasound. This only cost me $45, and I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that I feel better. And so she's healing. She's healing. So ladies, if you know something's wrong, and I always say this, start with a womb cleanse. Start with a womb cleanse. You're going to be so surprised of how you've been feeling is connected to your menstrual cycle. Always think about your menstrual cycle as a report card. Your menstrual cycle is reporting to you how your health is doing. And so if your menstrual cycle is not there, if it's pink, if it's brown, if it smells funky, it's reporting to you that something needs to change. And a lot of it is lifestyle and your diet. It's that simple. It is not complicated at all. We just have to pay attention. We are so busy, especially us ladies. I know this is not a judge. I'm not judging you guys. We all go through this. We are so busy helping everybody else that we come last. And then when we start helping us, yourself, it's too late. I don't want that for you. All it takes is just womb cleansing. Do it, drink it warm, and see what comes out. There's going to be so much that comes out. I had a woman. I have so many stories. I have a woman. I have to post this one. She's already releasing. It almost looks like an yeast infection. And it's not an yeast infection. It looks like a cyst. So when you have cysts, they're like balloons around your ovaries. There's a lot of liquid in there. It's almost like a syrupy white liquid. It's really sugar. It's like sugar in your ovaries. And there's a lot of that. And so when you start drinking super womb tea, what happens is that all of that starts to be released. And a lot of women will tell me, hey, Nancy, it looks like I have an yeast infection. It looks like the tea gave me an yeast infection. I always just start laughing because that's not what it is. It is the liquid around your ovaries that's being released. And so for her, she went to the doctor. She has infertility. They don't know why she can't get pregnant, but she's a little older. And so we're saying, okay, let's clean up your diet. Porque si toma, she does drink. So no more drinking, because that will not help you with fertility. So ladies, if you're drinking coffee and if you're drinking alcohol, that's not going to help you with fertility if you're struggling. So stop the drinking. She eats a lot of processed food, a lot of fast food. She's overly stressed. None of that. Let's clean up your diet. Drink super womb tea, the liver detox, and a parasite cleanser. And we're going to fertility. So she is drinking right now super womb tea. Let go of so much liquid. Like I said, it looks like an yeast infection. But it's really her ovaries are being cleansed. What I'm guessing is that she has cysts and she doesn't even know it. That's what it is. Her doctors, a lot of the times when you have a lot of inflammation in your womb, all they see, the doctors, all they see is the inflammation. Think about it, right? When you sprain your ankle, there was so much inflammation in your ankle that nothing else can be detected. The root problem cannot be detected because there's so much inflammation. All that inflammation is going to come out in the x-rays, in the ultrasound. So that's basically what happens to a lot of my ladies, where nothing is being detected, inflammation is being detected, and say you have endometriosis. Then you get online and you're like, oh shit, I have endometriosis. Like, how can this be? Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Because endometriosis, if you don't know what the fuck it is, thank goodness. Let me tell you, if you don't know what endometriosis is, thank goodness. You don't want to know. Don't even Google it. But my ladies who have endo, it is a bitch. It is a struggle. It is a lot of inflammation. That shit is really hard to reverse, and it only gets worse. If you don't do something about it, it can get really bad. And so for her, I believe she had a lot of inflammation in her womb. Nothing was detected. She's not able to get pregnant, and it's because she has cysts. So ladies, start with a womb cleanse. All it takes is starting with a womb cleanse to help you restore balance. That's all it takes. I'm going to do this for a couple more minutes. If you have any questions, let me know. Si tienen preguntas, me pueden dejar saber. Yes, we speak Spanish and English. Si hablamos inglés y español aquí. Estamos aquí para ayudarles a ustedes. We're here to help you as much as we possibly can, especially if you have RTs. If you're starting the journey, if you're walking the walk, that's what I want to do. That's the whole purpose of why we're online. Not only to help you restore balance, but also to guide you through the process. And that's why I'm here on YouTube, because it's really hard to be able to do this anywhere else right now. So if we can find a corner somewhere online to help you, that's what we're going to do, because that's really the intention here. So yeah, we have super womb tea that helps you cleanse the womb. We have a liver detox tea that helps you cleanse your gut, your bloodstream, and help you cleanse your liver if you have a fatty liver. So those two teas do amazing work if you are a woman who has a brown period. If you have PCOS, where there's two types of PCOS. One is where your period is absent, or where you have a heavy flow. The liver detox and the super womb tea helps for those women who have a brown period. It's barely there. You're struggling to have it come down, or you're also struggling with infertility, or you're also struggling in menopause. So that's the combination I always recommend. You can find our teas online. There's a link on my profile here on YouTube of where you can find our teas. You can click on the link. It'll take you there to say shop. I'll also, when I do the repost of this video, I will put it in the description, and I will put it in the comments too, so then you'll know where to shop with us. But we have a PCOS kit, we have a fertility kit, we have a baby making kit. We have a lot of different remedies that we can help you with. It just depends on your situation. I wish it was that easy to be like, yes, drink this and you'll feel incredible, you'll achieve everything you want to achieve. But not everyone lives the same, not everyone has the same situation or the same symptoms. So we have to be able to properly guide you. That's why we do consultations, to be able to help you hear your story, hear what's going on, hear about your medical history, and then properly guide you that way. Otherwise it gets really hard. You get to buy teas and then you can't even drink them all. Sometimes it's happened. I had this woman had a load of issues happening. No judgment. It happens. But now she wants to help her body restore balance. And so she bought all these teas from me. Thank goodness. It was a big purchase. But she didn't need to drink all of that. She really didn't. Ultimately, there was just 3. And I think she ended up buying 5 or 6 of them. But she really just needed 3 teas. And now she's doing amazing. She had cysts in her kidneys. She had risk of diabetes, fatty liver, a lot of skin issues, a lot of sugar, processed food. So she did a 360. She completely changed all of that. The teas helped her get better at her eating habits, clean up her system. So she's doing way better. I'm so proud of her. And she hasn't even been drinking the tea 6 months. She's only been on it probably about 4 months at most. So yeah, amazing things can happen. Let me know if you have any questions. I haven't seen any questions come in. We do these to try to help you as much as possible. And also, if you're on the live stream, make it as worthy for you, really. Make it worthwhile for yourself. So we want to see your questions as much as possible so that we can help you and guide you. And plus, take advantage too, because no one's here, so it'll be private. But I'm going to leave it like in a minute or two. Let me know if you have any questions. Si tienen preguntas, me los pueden dejar saber aquí en los comentarios. No veo preguntas, pero me los pueden dejar ahí y podemos hablar con ustedes. But yes, we get so many amazing ladies getting our teas, letting me know what's going on with them. We get so many women who are helping their body restore balance. It's amazing, amazing stories. Even stories that are just heartbreaking. Many women who have a lot of inflammation, have large fibroids, and to the point that they're just so big that I told them, if you want to do this naturally, it's going to take about a year to do this. But their situation was just the worst that I can possibly imagine. Large fibroids, a lot of inflammation, where they didn't want to leave the house. And if they left the house, they had to plan out their day where the bathrooms were in case there was an accident. Because a lot of the times, and I can't even, like, can you think about the summer where they would wear skirts or shorts, and they would be leaking blood. And so they'd be like, I'll be so embarrassed. I would be shopping or at the store, and I'm leaking. And so I have to run to the nearest bathroom. That's because of the large fibroid that they had. And so they started with an anti-inflammatory diet, drinking superwoom tea and soursop leaves, and having that be the first thing, being gentle with themselves, being consistent, making sure that they're making the proper changes necessary to help their body restore balance and get rid of so much waste. And that finally helped them stop the flow. And that's really what it should be. So if you are a woman who has a heavy flow and it's nonstop, and you've been like this for 18 days, 3 months, even years. I have women for years like this, a heavy flow and it doesn't stop. What you want to do is you want to start with an anti-inflammatory diet first, then drink super womb tea and soursop leaves. That's what you want to do first, and that'll help you control the flow. That'll help you control the flow. That'll help stop the flow and also restore balance. So drink the teas until everything is gone. Until, basically for her, until the fibroids are gone. So it's a large one. So she's going to be a little bit. But the good thing is that it stopped the flow. She feels better. She feels lighter. And when you have a large fibroid, you look pregnant. It's your womb is holding a lot. And so you feel bloated, discomfort, constipated. A lot of the times you feel like you have to urinate a whole lot. Every time you drink water, you have to run to the bathroom because of all that pressure in your pelvic area from the large fibroid that you have. And so start there. If you are that woman who just has a flow that doesn't stop, start there. Okay, well, I'm going to talk to you later. It's 12:30. We started this live stream at 12, so I've been talking for 30 minutes, really to myself. But hopefully we're going to post this. We're going to do the replay, and it'll help somebody. Because me retaining this information is not helping me. I already know this, and that's not the point. We want to share this information with all of you. We want to make sure that you are restoring balance. We want to make sure that you know where to go to help your womb health, and that's what it's all about. So 12:30. I'll talk to you later. Bye.